Hello everyone, my name is Darnie Flarsnift and welcome to Racing Review, where I give you a brutally honest review and rating of Eventlabs in Forza Horizon 5. Today's event I'll be covering is Miku Grand Prix by SSSSTray. This is a large asphalt racetrack, so today we're just going to show 2 laps because 3 laps would be a bit too long for the video. Not sure if I could find enough to blab about for 6 minutes. Today I'm driving the 2020 KTM Crossbow GT2, tuned for S1 grip. Now, saying that it's hard to talk about this track for 6 minutes isn't actually a bad thing. Realistically, the shorter the video, the better the track, because I have less things to preach about. With all that being said, the track, as stated by the description, is a 3.9 mile, 39 turn, fictional, high flow partial street circuit / permanent circuit, with a bunch of technical turns and roughly 300 feet, or 91 meters if you don't use freedom units, of elevation change. This circuit is sculpted by the mountains and sea near 2 cities in the background. First, let's talk about the track layout. I think it's good, not great. Personally, I don't love the kind of corners where you only have to brake slightly or experiment a lot with back-to-back medium-sized corners. Now, because it's a personal preference I have, the track is not taking any hits because of it. But what it will take hits for is for how some of the corners are set up. For example, the first corner. No, it's not too close to the start-finish line, but it is right after a hill, and most cars in the faster classes will get air and miss the braking zone. On top of that, the fact that you were going up a hill and then flat into the corner, it's hard to see the corner coming up, and that in turn makes it harder to predict your braking point. There is 1 or 2 more locations where there's a bit of a jump before a corner, and the way to help fix this while also keeping the same amount of elevation change is to reshape the elevation so the convex angle coming back to flat is much less aggressive, therefore making the concave angle at the bottom of the hill more aggressive. It's a lot easier to make aggressive concave angles smooth than it is to make convex angles smooth. But other than some abrupt convex angles, the elevation change on this track is among some of the smoothest elevation change I've ever seen. Not only that, but add in the flawless banking on this track, it almost feels like a real track crafted around the natural motion of the landscape. Speaking of the landscape, it complements the track by giving it purpose, although at some points it feels like just a lot of grass. I think adding some more texturing, like changing some sections like the canyon to dirt or maybe asphalt platforms, could add some more realism to the landscape. Also, accentuating the vertical changes in the landscape with some rocks on the cliff would add some more visibility to what's surrounding the track. It would also help with corner anticipation. On the 7th corner in particular, the track kind of visually merges with the track further ahead, making it seem like it goes straight, but it's actually a sharp left corner. Adding something to block your view of the other road, or arrows to indicate a sharp corner, would help with anticipating the corner. I should also mention the cities in the background are nice and look really good. I only wish they were incorporated in the track a bit more rather than just being background decorations. But as background decorations, they do work really well and look unique. Now about the dead stops. There's really only 1 or 2 spots in the tighter section headed back toward the main city. It's mostly because the walls are a lot closer to the road, so you might get caught out on a couple of apexes. But the walls in question look really good, and I like how they match the curbs. And on the topic of curbs, man, I love how SSSSTray built them on this event. They are the perfect consistency of width, banking, rumble, and height. And the white lining around the road makes the track look so much better. It's a shame that it's super time consuming and prop intensive to do. Okay, time for the rating. The positives for this event are super smooth elevation changes, amazing banking, good track layout, well built world, nice decoration, well placed checkpoints, great racing line, and great track accessories in the curbs and white lines. Oh, and also the semi-usable pit lane is a plus. The negatives are minor dead stops, a few abrupt elevation changes, a couple of difficult to read corners, and some large open areas and decoration. Overall, I rate this event a 7.8 out of 10. An amazing track by an amazing creator. I think most of where this track falls, and where I know my upcoming track will probably fall, is because of how large it is. A larger track makes it harder to decorate without it feeling repetitive, and I think SSSSTray found a nice middle ground with this track. I can't wait to see what kind of crazy things SSSSTray could do with a smaller track. Thank you all for watching. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy the content and want to see more, or don't, that's okay too. The lap time I was able to get in S1 class was a 2:03.090. Think you can beat it?